Ah, Beryl.
I can't stop now, I'm too busy.
Beryl!
Look, I've loads of washing and ironing to do and I'm getting the breakfast. I'm sorry, but
Stop!
What?
Stop knocking yourself out. Stop running around. Remember your age.
Oh, well, that's odd coming from you. You forgot my birthday last week.
Yeah, well, don't bring that up again. I told you I lost my diary. Yeah, I confused it with our wedding anniversary. Never forget that, do I? Can't very well. November the 4th, next day the fireworks started.
I haven't time to stand here listening to all this, Arthur.
Yeah, but it's you I'm concerned with, love. You're flogging yourself to death and, well, to tell you the truth, you're beginning to look like a worn-out, weary washerwoman.
Oh, thank you, Arthur. How sweet. If you'll excuse me, I'll just get back to the tub.
The situation is beginning to worry me, Beryl. And it's you I'm concerned with, love, because I care.
Well, I appreciate that, Arthur, but I think you're exaggerating.
No, I'm not. I've got a clean shirt, my blue suit hasn't been pressed, and I've got his socks in my sock drawer again.
I thought it was me you were concerned about.
Well, it is, love. You're doing too much since they've all come back. You should now only have to care for me.
I wonder why we had 4 children then, Arthur.
Yes, so do I, often. I think it was because family planning hadn't caught on in those days. Oh, well, we were fairly ignorant youngsters, Beryl, married at 21. No easy access to the requisites.
To what?
Well, it wasn't easy to purchase the necessary articles unless you were prepared to have 4 haircuts a week.
Arthur!
Chemists were a dead loss. Some young girl popping up behind the counter. I once had 27 bottles of Lucasade before I found one with a male assistant.
Why bring all this up now?
Barbers were a dead loss too. I had a crew cut in those days.
I see. And we had 4 kids on account of your hairstyle.
Well, not only that. I mean, for a start, you were very hot-blooded in those days, Beryl. Before the fire went out. I mean, died down a little. I'm not saying that we don't rake over the embers occasionally.
Arthur, I don't like the drift of this conversation. And I had enough of your insinuations at that dinner dance the other night, when you asked the band to play our theme song.
Oh, it was a romantic gesture, Beryl.
What, strangers in the night?
Yes, well, I'm not above the odd subtle hint. Anyway, don't change the subject. What's wrong is I haven't got a clean shirt, my suit hasn't been pressed, and I can't find any socks.
Oh, all right, Arthur, don't keep on. I'll see to it. But I think we're lucky to have 4 lovely kids, and I don't mind them being here. They're pretty good and considerate, and after all these years...
They're still here! And I suppose at this moment they're lying in bed with their noses sticking out over the sheets, waiting till they smell breakfast.
You're so unfair on them. Oh, look, I'll sort you out a shirt and some clean socks in a minute. Now, just go and slip your dressing gown on for the time being.
Good job I don't have to go to work today.
Oh, I can smell breakfast.
Morning,
Dad.
Is it bacon and eggs? Hi, Daddy.
Morning.
Oh, I'm starving. Morning, Dad.
Excuse me.
Morning. Pardon me interrupting this nosh-in. Where's mine?
Oh, sorry, Dad, we thought you'd had yours.
Mother said there'd be some for me.
Well, we didn't know that, Pop. Sorry, there's none left.
Oh, I'm sorry you weren't informed. Perhaps I could put an end down for lunch before it's too late. Where's your mother?
Outside, bringing the washing in.
Yeah, Nigel and I are playing football this afternoon.
She's washed all their gear and it started to rain, so she had to bring it in.
Here you are, Dad. I've got some bacon left.
Yeah, you can have this too. I've only eaten half of it.
Piece of toast here you can have.
Part of egg is my gift, Dad.
Thank you very much. I'm very touched. The leftovers. Hold it. Hold it right there.
What?
Just hold it, Beryl.
Any particular
No,
position?
as you all do. Now, take a good look, all of you. This is your mother. This is her life.
We've flown her direct from the washing line, and tonight, Arthur Crabtree, this is your...
Put it down now, Beryl. Put it down.
Oh, thank you very much, dear. Should I strike a pose or anything?
No, I just want to see what's happening here. Just bear with me a moment, darling, will you?
What's all this about?
Well, it's about your mother. It's about the extra work she's having to do. It's about what she's been reduced to.
What, you mean she's gone on a diet?
Look, for more than 20 years, this woman has strived away to bring up a family, and then in the early autumn of her years, at last you all leave. And...
Arthur, I prefer late summer to early autumn, if you don't mind.
Don't interrupt, please, Beryl. And now, for various reasons, none of which are convincing, all of you are back here, and this woman, your mum, is becoming a skivvy.
Oh, come
A
on.
skivvy! A woman who is willing, but not so able as she used to be. A woman who is...
Just a handful of glowing embers available for the occasional raking over.
No, please. I'd also ask you to consider who else she is.
Our mum is also somebody else.
The answer is she is also my wife.
Good. Yeah, at least we're all legitimate.
Yes, this overworked, downtrodden, weary, wet little woman is also a wife. A wife. A wife who has a concerned and caring husband.
Mum, you've never been committing bigamy.
Tracy, I'm trying to be serious. I get enough lip from him. Just button it, will you? Button it.
Sorry, Dad, go on.
Yeah.
Breakfast television will never compete with this.
Well, speaking as a father, I have to tell you that your mother is someone I get what's left over of.
Awful English, Dad.
Yes. Yes, well, this poor, pathetic piece of humanity, this remnant of a once ravishing female, this remainder of a...
Just a moment. I'm not standing here being insulted.
Well, sit down then, love, because I haven't finished yet.
Yes, you have.
Yes, I think you're being ridiculous. Mum's still very attractive. Sit down, Mum.
I think that's rotten.
Yeah, you're not exactly Robert Redford, are you?
Oh, so what? Your mother doesn't like Robert Redford.
No, she prefers the Incredible Hulk. I think Dad's being very insulting. You take no notice,
Yes,
Mum.
look, all I want to know is this good enough for her? This continual housework, this caring for 5 adults when she should be just caring for one.
Oh, that's very kind of you, Dad, very kind. But the question is, are you and the rest of them prepared to leave?
Look, having brought up a family, she should be able to relax, right? She should be able to take up hobbies, she should be able to give more attention to her interests and the interests of her husband. I mean, she's an able and intelligent woman. She's not just a glorified char lady.
You ever thought of getting a job, Mum?
Well, she doesn't want a job. Besides, she hasn't got any qualification.
What did you do before you got married?
I worked in a shop. That's where I first met your father. He was a customer.
Oh, what sort of shop?
Probably a pawnbroker's.
No. Your mother was an assistant in a high-class stationer's. I went in for a tube of glue.
And you've stuck together ever since.
Things underway. Larry Marston's phoning Mum. You know, the guy that owns that second-hand car place. Says he might be able to offer her a job in the office.
How'd you manage that?
Just a bit of polite blackmail. He tried to sell me a car with 35,000 miles on the clock.
Might have been genuine.
It was 10 years old. It belonged to a sales rep whose area covered 3,000 miles. I checked.
It's a bit dodgy, isn't it?
Yeah. Larry Marston's wound so many clocks back, he's living permanently in the past.
Well, what's going on here? Work rota, Thursday the 19th, duty cooks, Nigel and Paul. Ah, I'm glad to see some of my recommendations didn't fall on stony ground.
Aye, well, following your recent hysterical outburst, I convened a meeting of the Crabtree Juniors and decided by a majority of 4, the brothers and the sisters, to accept flexible rostering.
For which we shall expect a considerable reduction in our weekly contributions.
Aye, and you'll be informed by a spokesman when your tea's ready.
Yes, well, this meeting you convened, wasn't any talk of a total walkout by the Crabtree Juniors?
No.
Nope.
Pity. What's for dinner?
We're having an inaugural bash at cottage pie.
With apricot surprise to follow.
These are peaches.
That's the surprise.
Where's your mother?
Your poor, worn-out, overworked, downtrodden wife is upstairs having a rest, and Tracy's giving her a facial.
Oh, blimey. This cottage pie looks like the roof's collapsed.
Doesn't matter, just bang a bit more of that on and then smooth that round and then shove a few of these carrots in here to shore up the edges a bit, you see?
You'd normally need planning permission for that. Okay! Yes, 4793. Who? Yeah, who's that speaking? Joe Bentley, yeah. Just hang on a moment, please. Beryl!
Who is it?
Some man wanting to talk to your mother. Beryl! What's going on here? Who's this Mr. Bentley?
Yes,
What does
we'll
he want?
inform you when your supper's ready, Dad.
We'll
Don't you worry
handle it,
about
Daddy.
God, what are they doing to you?
Just a little restoration work on your wife, Dad. We will tell you in there. Thank you.
Beryl Crabtree? Oh, yes, hello. Yes, certainly. What time tomorrow?
What time for what?
It's all right. Following your recent anguished remarks, we have decided to take over on the basis that you've been cocking things up for 25 years. So why don't you just take things easy? Mum's just had a telephone call, not a fit.
It's all very suspicious, this, you know.
What is?
What, you cooking dinner, bringing me beer, nuts, taking notice of something I said? Not sure I like it.
Did you like the cottage pie, then? How about you? Yeah, well, I suppose you could say that.
Well, what's he want now?
Probably wants Mum to change channel on the telly for him.
She's upstairs, Dad. Tracy's just finishing her facial. What's the matter?
Oh, galloping indigestion. That cottage pie should have been condemned by the local council.
I'll get her some bicarbonate.
Ooh.
Wasn't that bad? At least they had a go.
Yes, at my digestive system.
It's
I'll
probably
answer
for me.
it, love.
It's probably for me.
Yes, 4793.